Welcome to the speaking section of the IELTS speaking exam. My name is Giảng, and I'll be your examiner for today. The test is going to take around 11 to 14 minutes, and there will be 3 parts. I will give you instruction for each part, and I'm going to record this for marking purposes. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay. Can we start with your full name, please?
Hello, my full name is Phan Văn Trị.
So in the first part of the test, I would like to ask you some questions relating to sending messages. Okay? Do you like to send messages?
Well, yes, I would say that I'm quite an introvert person to myself, and I don't like to talk face-to-face with many people, especially in groups. So, I like to send messages, private messages to my friends, my acquaintances, and everyone that I know. So, yeah.
And when do you send messages?
I can say that I can send messages like anytime that I want, but I would say that I personally prefer to send messages only the time when I'm free. I'm not busy with my deadlines, my schoolwork, or anything like that. I can send messages to my friends all the time, but I would really want to send the messages only when I'm really free.
Okay. Do you reply to messages in time?
Well, it really depends on how close and how emergency the situation is. Like, if it is my lover or my girlfriend, then yeah, I would reply it right away. But if it is to a person that I don't really have a good relationship on, such as I wouldn't reply to them right away. But if it is my colleagues, my seniors, or the person that I'm currently working with, then I would reply to their message right away because it is work and it is emergency. So yeah.
Okay, thank you for your answer. Let's talk about fashion. Okay. Do you always follow fashion trend? Why or why not?
Sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. I think that I don't have the financial capability to follow every fashion trend. So sometimes when it is simple, like t-shirt, like trending t-shirt, trending short jeans, shoes, etc., then yeah, I would spend some of my cash on it. But if it is expensive and high-end luxury items, I wouldn't spend all of my cash on luxury items and designer brands, etc.
Nice. That's good enough, thank you. How has fashion changed in your country in recent years?
I would say that fashion in my year didn't change too much as far as I am concerned about fashion, and especially in my age, the teenage years. I would say that the fashion trend from around a decade until now has kind of been the same, because nothing really changed at all. It's still the same jeans, same t-shirt, boxers, shoes, etc. People that change, but not the fashion trends.
Do you think fashion plays an important role in our lives?
Well, definitely yes. Why? Because I would say that fashion plays a huge role in our life, and mainly it is how people look at us. For example, if a person looks with torn clothes and no shoes, no socks, then people would say that is probably a very poor or even a homeless person. But if a person is wearing high-end items and designer brands, shoes, watches, necklace, clothes in general, then they would say that is a very rich person. So fashion does play an important role in our lives, and it is mainly how people look at us.
Okay. Now, I'm going to give you a topic, and I'd like you to talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes. Okay? Before you talk, you'll have 1 minute to think about what you're going to say, and you can make notes if you wish. Okay? Here's your paper and a pen to make notes, and here's your topic. Time's up. You may begin now.
Right, so the TV series that I'm going to tell you about today is a pretty well-known Netflix TV series. It is named Queen of Tears. I'm heard that you might have heard of this TV show before, but I'm going to tell it about you anyways. So, first of all, the TV series was pronounced or published in the late 2024, specifically in around November or December of 2024. But I was filled with deadlines and college stuff, so up until around after the Lunar New Year, which is around February of 2025, I get the chance to watch it. So the film is about a very powerful wife and a low-class husband who got to each other, and the film starts off about them on the edge of getting divorced. That is basically the sum of the show, but there's a lot of interesting scenarios and situations on the show that I cannot tell you in details, or this speech is gonna last like 10 minutes long. But some of the scenarios that I can name you, like the husband getting lost his memories, the wife getting targeted by a third person trying to get into their relationship, the father and mother-in-law, like the maternal father and maternal mother of the wife's side, are trying to get rid, like, you know, eliminate the husband, and etc. But overall, the reason that I watched this show and this TV series mainly because my families and my friends, they all watched this before me, and they all say that it is a very high-rated movie, and they all recommended it to me. So after many recommendations and many talkings, I finally watched it. And yeah, after watching this movie, I would say that it has become one of my all-time favorite TV series, I mean, because not only the actors and the actress starring that movie, which is Kim So-hoon and Kim Ji-won, was really beautiful, and their acting skill is really high. And I would say that every episode...
Thank you for your answer. That is good. Now, I would like to expand on the talk about television, okay? So, what are the differences in television viewing habits between the elderly and the young people?
Well, I would say that the elders, especially the old people, they tend to watch very old movies. For example, my grandma, she never watched the modern TV shows like I have mentioned for you, such as the Queen of Tears, but she prefers to watch the shows like really old show that was filmed during the 2010s or 2015s. I don't remember the name of the show that she watched, but it was a really old one. And the young people nowadays, they tend to watch what is trending, like just normal films and TV series and everything that is just trending in the world right now.
Okay, thank you for your answer. So, why so many young people obsess with short videos?
Well, I guess that is mainly because of their short span ability to focus. Like they get bored after a long video. Like imagine a 10 minutes YouTube video. I guess that not every teenager would be able to sit and watch completely to that 10 minutes video. So they often just watch like summaries and short videos that just get the information in just like 1 or 2 minutes. And yeah, moreover, teenagers, such as also including me nowadays, really like to watch a lot of videos at the same time. Just after like few seconds, 10 or 20 seconds, I would want to watch another video.
Thank you. That is fine. Let's talk about activity, okay? Who do you think would prefer to try new things? Young people or old people?
This is quite an interesting question. And I would say that definitely the young people which want to try out new activities and discover new things. Well, the reason that I say this, it is because myself right now, I have the energy, the time, and the financial capability to try out new food, new clothes, even buy new video games, etc. But I would say that my grandparents and probably every other grandparents in the world, they would rather just to stay and relax at home because first of all, their body is not suitable for new explorations and trying out new things. And second of all, I think that they would want to spend time with their family more and just relax and be able to live comfortably with what they have achieved in their past life. Moreover, I think young people nowadays tend to explore and discover more is because they are still at a young age and they haven't lived long enough to try out everything in the world. So they want to explore every location, go everywhere, do everything that they can do in their young years.
How can young people be motivated to learn new things?
I would say that young people, especially teenagers nowadays, they can get the source of motivation from a lot of things. But there's this one motivation that I think most youngsters and teenagers nowadays can be motivated from, which is the drive for success. Well, I'll take myself as an example. I love the feeling of getting high scores, getting a lot of money from my job, or just getting a high score on the game. So that is my main motivation right now because if I achieve many high things and many great achievements in my life, I can finally pay off to all the things that I have owed for, such as my families and friends. I can show my gratitude to my parents, such as buying them gifts with my hard-earned money, or to take my friends out on a meal and a date and use all my money on that. Other than that, I can say that I would use my high score to make my parents proud of myself and show them that I am finally worth of the money that they have spent on my intuition fees and etc. And yeah, I think that the drive and the hunger for success is what is really motivating and encouraging many youngsters right now.
Thank you. And that'll be all for your IELTS speaking test. Thank you for coming. So let's talk about fluency and coherence. So very solid. You've spoken at length without any noticeable effort and you spell or loss of coherence. That's very good. And you also shown some, I'd say, prove your skill that you can reach around band 7 to 7.5 by showing that you have hesitation, but it's not really language related. It's more about the content that you're trying to explore. So I'd say you're solid. Now, on the other side, I'd say I've seen that you're trying to push yourself at a certain tempo. One might say it's very fast, and I think you'll have mistaken it for fluency. Usually, I'd say speed does not really equate to fluency, so maybe you can slow down a bit and give your thoughts, think about your answers more thoughtfully. Maybe then it can fix the problem where you have very unusual stops while you talk. But that's just my opinion. Next, let's talk about lexical resources. So you have the vocabulary resources, the lexes, and the flexibility to talk about a variety of topics, and that's basically proven in the third part of your test. And you have used some less common words and sometimes even idiomatic vocabulary. So some slangs here and there and some sayings. So very good. And also you use effective paraphrasing, especially I've seen it in part 2. So congrats on that. Next up, grammatical range and accuracy. Now this is something that I think you can work on, because from what I've seen from your performance, I'd say you have the habit of reusing the same, I'd say, structure after you've used it once. So you have to use it like twice before switching to another like grammatical structure, because you like, realize, I'm using this structure for far too long, now I have to switch. It's good that you're aware of it. So maybe add some, I'd say, structural change, like I said, passive voice will do you a lot of good. And just be mindful that sometimes you do that. That's great. And finally, pronunciation. So this is, well, partly due to your speed. Some of your pronunciation wasn't that clean, okay? But it's a given that you're spoken at that tempo. And the pronunciation, there is really no major problem here. It's easily understandable. It doesn't hinder the content that you're trying to express. So I'd say it's good. It has all the benefit of band 6, but not everything that we would be looking for at band 8. So right now, yeah, you're a solid 7.0 to 7.5. Yeah, give or take. Yeah, around that part. So, what do you think?
Yeah, I think that's suits my speaking level. Yeah, thank you for your comment on my performance, and yeah, I will work on all the things that you said about.
I hope you do.